The 28th of October 2020, 28 past 9 p.m. To whom it might concern. The times have become particularly critical. The crime I have been a victim of has a wider context, and the evil has been spreading globally, I believe. Krakow, where I live, is torn by powers of infernal nature, and yet it has not just started. It did not start with the verdict prohibiting abortion where there are eugenic grounds. I have been living under the crime since 2016 at least, and it does show people in general as worse than the ones participating in the previous war crimes. The nature of the crime defines the scope of evil and the inhumanity exercised in pure torture. Today my horror has reached a new level. It does so almost every day in my intimate life, in my family ties. But today I witnessed a horror in the Roman Catholic Church. I went to church, and after the Holy Mass there was time for our prayers in front of the Eucharist, the act of adoration. As I followed the way of the Eucharist carried by the priest to the special place where it was to be displayed, I paused in the terror of what had become of the Roman Catholic Church. The Eucharist was placed under a jet of saints who looked like the Rothschild family. To all appearances, the Roman Catholics are supposed to honor Rothschild as their god, and many probably do. I did not, and I will not. As you know, I have decided to boycott the internet. I cannot boycott all the digital whatever it is, whatever it is, at this point of my life, in my situation, though that would probably be a good direction, going back to life. I have also resigned from listening to pop music. Suddenly, all the world surrounding us seems to signal Satan. Needless to say, whatever the prophecies foretold, I expected myself to be in a totally different physical condition should the evil come. It came, and it has been working hard on creating the current condition, spreading death preceded by suffering, and probably, sadly enough, followed by it. The war over abortion in Krakow included playing satanistic music in the market square. The crowd is clearly defined not only by attitudes. The police do not react, or they did not, when I still watched what was going on. That is the first 3 days, if I recall correctly. I have withdrawn into my world. I have become busy with my Royal University of Onestia, and I have started creating my dramatic work entitled Dziady, like the great Polish play or poetic dramatic work, for it is designed for reading by our visionary, one of the great romantic visionaries, Adam Mickiewicz. I believe Poland is immersed in damnation. The sin against the Holy Spirit consumes the life we used to live. There are falsehoods everywhere. the sign of Satan. Apart from the evil in crimes, people's conscience appears to be dead. It probably accompanies the life conditions of fighting for own life, and that of one's closest, the family, more distant relatives, friends, groups, etc. Nonetheless, my moral verdict is clear. The people surely deserve the sad fate of the doomsday, the final justice, the apocalypse. In that context, as the 1st of November is approaching, with my new tradition of reading Dziady, the original by Adam Mickiewicz, at that time, I thought of writing my Dziady. The act of creation is not easy under the circumstances. The thoughts fly and there can be claims to authorship. Still, I have begun with the title Dziady, Part 1, The Evil Spirit, Act 1, Scene 1, Jasna Góra, that's in Częstochowa, where Paul's honor, Our Lady of Częstochowa, and people from all over the world come to honor her too. People sing Bogu Rodzica, the Polish national anthem from the time when the community was not made that much by a sense of one nation, but rather by the sense of one religion. There are no ready scenes apart from that one created yet, but overall the creation will meet the painful history of the time of annexation, the First and the Second World War, the communist regime, the time of the Solidarity movement, the Free Poland with the membership in the NATO and the European Union, the Smolensk catastrophe, up to year 2020. The border territories with the crimes committed there, Catholic Holocaust. The songs, the folk faith and tradition will be important throughout. The symbolism of birds, the star, the eagle, the raven, the dove. The Christian holidays, Christmas, Easter, the Holy Spirit, All Saints' Day. No Rothschild will write it, and I do not know how long I shall be writing it. For the travel, on my part, takes many places in history, and I need to learn the language of the Polish Romantics to be able to speak it at ease, so that I would be able to experience the act of the romantic creation. Furthermore, it is about Dziady, the occasion when the spirits who have not quite passed away speak. Like the original Dziady, my Dziady will have the individual lives apart from the great history. As for my university, I have resumed the Polish version and reduced the time for each subject to 45 minutes. I am proceeding slowly. It's been the third day, but I already feel it is great. The schedule is available in my recordings. My library is not. So this is a new time, Monday the 26th of October, Tuesday the 27th of October, and Wednesday the 28th of October. Agnieszka Justitia, the first of Honestia, the Noble Kingdom.